Now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Ken, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call right here on the Bordas & Bordas hotline. The number, as always, is 412-575-2600. You can also tweet us at KDPomp, at RonCookPG. And, boy, today was a busy day. It was the NFL trade deadline first and foremost, and I was still holding out hope the Steelers would bring somebody in to help them out at the cornerback position, given what Artie Burns, has struggled clearly, and they have an injury to Cody Sensabaugh, but nothing happened. A lot of teams did make trades, including the Baltimore Ravens, the team the Steelers play next. Ty Montgomery, who got himself into trouble by disobeying a coach's orders to take a knee on a kickoff so they had a chance to give Aaron Rodgers a chance to win a game against the Rams, took it out, fumbled it, game over. Ron Cook joins us here, columnist with the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, host of the Cook and Joe Show every day, 10 to 2 on 93.7 The Fan. Ron, there were more trades. This is becoming more like a baseball trade deadline or a hockey trade deadline. Should the Steelers have made a trade?
I wish they had. I wrote about that in the PG for tomorrow. That I think they're one cornerback away from being a real legitimate Super Bowl contender. I don't know that they're good enough with Artie Burns or Cody Sensabaugh. Maybe they are. Maybe the offense can carry him. I didn't think they were going to get Patrick Peterson. That's just not their way to give up a first and second round pick. But there has to be somebody out there that would be a little bit better than what they had. I wish they would have tried to find that guy. Maybe they did. They just didn't think it was worth it. But I don't think this defense is good enough to win a Super Bowl. I don't think it's good enough to go to Kansas City or New England and win. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, they have an opportunity to, take really control of this division with the Ravens on Sunday. You'll see that game, by the way, on KDK-TV. Pre-game show, 11:30. Afterwards, 2 hours of post-game on Pittsburgh CW. But Demaryius Thomas was a big prize, wide receiver. He was traded from Denver to the Houston Texans. Even though New England made an offer there, it wasn't good enough. They went with 2 picks, a 4th and a 7th. Then we saw Golden Tate. I thought the Eagles picked up a nice receiver for a 3rd-round draft.
I wish Denver had traded Demaryius Thomas a few years ago, right? Ike Taylor still must have nightmares of seeing him going, what, was that 75 or 80 yards?
80 yards, first play of overtime.
In overtime, and that's one of the 2 worst losses in the postseason, I think, of the Mike Tomlin era. The one last year at home against Jacksonville was bad, and anytime you lose to a bad quarterback like Tim Tebow, shame on you. That was a real nightmare loss.
It was, but it was on the road, and, to give Tebow credit. He recognized, put it where he had to do, and I think the Steelers were not taking him seriously enough in that game. And when you do that, sometimes people will prove you wrong, and that was an 80-yard touchdown. We also saw a couple of other trades that were going around, but, by and large, what we saw were wide receivers on the go, a couple of defensive people, but a lot more trades. And I would put into this, Ron, Amari Cooper. He was traded, but it was right before the trade deadline, but still a trade of a big-time wide receiver. Now the other news of the night, that would be the Penguins at home. And typically when teams go on the road and have long trips, and this was a 12-day trip, Ron, they didn't play well. They were without Letang, without Brassard. They gave up far too many opportunities, breakdowns, and the Islanders are a decent team. They took advantage. Barry Trotz back here first time since he won a Stanley Cup or eliminated the Penguins, and their team looked good, 6-3.
Yeah, Matt Murray got benched. He had 4 goals on 9 shots, and I didn't think he had a chance on any of them, Bob. I think this was a change. I didn't hear what Sullivan said afterwards, a change just to try to find a spark, but they were so sloppy. There were 2-on-1s. The 1-goal pass right out in front of the net, the guy was wide open. They played a very poor game tonight. I thought, too, what you did, first game back after a long trip, they say, is always tough in hockey. But our friend Bob Grove sent out a note before the game that the past 10 times the Penguins have had trips of 4 games or more, 9-0-1 in those. So that kind of shoots that theory down, but they sure didn't play very good tonight.
I'm amazed how much information Bob Grove has.
It's
I
unbelievable.
don't know how he stays up at night and chronicles all of this, but he is amazing. He's a go-to follow on Twitter.
9-0-1. That kind of dispels the
but that's what
myth,
you hear all the time. You hear
I know.
From teams all the time. Anyway, we're due for a break. We'll take it. 412-575-2600. That is the number to call. Air your opinions. Do it now. Do it live right here on Pittsburgh CW.